Greetings, welcome to another video. Take special advantage of Mars and Jupiter going conjunct in the coming weeks, especially between August 8th and August 20th, because there are some rough waters up ahead for Mars, which I'll get to here in a minute. But for this Mars-Jupiter conjunction, take a look at whatever is happening positively in your life and where you want to take your life, and then step on the gas pedal. This is a very strong conjunction for productivity, an enhanced work ethic, and it's one of the best wealth building combinations. There's going to be an amplified sense of willpower and the ability to make strategic adjustments of your short and midterm life goals. Pursuing your higher purpose with greater vigor can become much more immediate, coupled with a very strong visionary mindset. There's going to be a strong feeling of being able to conquer and fight the good fight. The conjunction is going to be happening in Gemini, so you can expect a renewed urge to connect and communicate with other people, maybe more than usual, to develop your intellectual interests, and the desire to make things happen with hobbies and whatever it is you're passionate about. Look at what house cusp you have in Gemini, and then you'll see what area of your life that the conjunction is going to be affecting. The reason why this conjunction is so important is because Mars will be going debilitated from September 5th until November 11th in Cancer. Then Mars leaves Cancer, goes into Leo, then goes retrograde and re-enters the debilitated state in Cancer from early January all the way until April 17th of next year. So our willpower and inspired energy to improve our life is going to face some serious challenges from September all the way until mid-April of next year. So I'll reiterate, take advantage of this energy in August, because when Mars goes debilitated, we don't have the same level of energy to tackle life's problems, and our defenses generally go down, which can make conflicts much more frequent and difficult to avoid. So when Mars goes debilitated, we'll want to have built up a disciplined routine that can get you through tough times. So create an anti-fragile mindset and strategy that is ready and willing to deal with conflicts with a cool head and the sense of preparation for potential setbacks, so they actually don't set you back very much. In a coming video, I'm going to talk more in detail about Mars retrograde and debilitated and what it can mean for your personal life and what's actually happened historically on the world stage. As I said, humanity's defenses go down when Mars is debilitated, and especially debilitated and retrograde. I think there are going to be some major tests in front of people this autumn and winter. Mars was just conjunct Uranus and is now conjuncting Jupiter, and you've noticed this thrust of jubilation and activity, especially with world events, and it's only going to get nastier and less optimistic the closer we get to the American election. So it's almost as if this perfect storm is brewing. Here's a single interesting and important fact I'll mention, which I'm going to cover in more detail in the Mars retrograde and debilitated video. But the Federal Reserve Act of 1913 was passed when Mars was retrograde in Cancer, debilitated. It was passed into law one day before Christmas Eve on December 23rd, when most of Congress was already on vacation. It was essentially snuck into law. I won't go into the detailed history now, but it was probably the most important law to ever pass in the United States because it created the modern banking system where the US government borrows money from the private institution called the Federal Reserve and then pays the Federal Reserve back on interest. This was the law that created the Federal Reserve. Again, it was passed essentially very quickly and very quietly behind everyone's back when Mars was retrograde and debilitated, i.e. when most of Congress's defenses were down. The last time Mars was retrograde and debilitated in Cancer was the commencement and the peak of the 2007-2008 financial crisis, the beginning of the Great Recession. I'm going to go in much more detail in an upcoming video, but these are just two quick examples in the financial world where things can get very haywire. Some people get stuck with their pants down, and it becomes a time when it's so much easier to take advantage of weak and unconscious people. So right now, in this month of August, build up your strength, your resilience, and a positive attitude when facing conflicts and obstacles, because the less conscious individuals may not know what hits them come these difficult transits of Mars from September until mid-April of next year.